Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The Yankees have a historic third inning and win the series. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go! Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to visit the New York Nuts merch store. That's the beautiful blue line underneath the video. But what was beautiful today was the third inning of the New York Yankees and Sacramento A's game today in the rubber match in Sacramento, and the Yankees get the win 13-8, and they scored all of their runs in the third inning. It was historic. The first time a team had scored 10 runs with no outs recorded since 2009, and that was the Boston Red Sox. 18 batters got to the plate, 13 of them scored. The half inning took 48 minutes to play, and the New York Yankees batted around twice. Anthony Volpe had 2 stolen bases in one inning. It's good to see them score runs in bunches, and you know when this lineup, when everyone's on, they can be one of the most dangerous lineups in all of baseball. But today, Warren was the story once again because I wanted to see how he would handle a 48-minute rest in the bullpen, watching all that offense. And what did Will Warren do? He recorded his 7th win of the season. 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, no earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. You know, it's very difficult as a pitcher. They usually pitch better when they're up 2 runs or down 2 runs and it's a close game. When you have an 8-run lead, it's hard to keep that momentum up and keep that energy up as a starting pitcher. But today was a good learning curve for Will Warren, and he came through strong again, and now he's got 7 wins, the unsung hero of the New York Yankees. I've always said it with Will Warren. The best ability is availability, and that's exactly what he gives you. 33 starts last year, and he hasn't missed a step, and he's improving every time he goes to the bump. Let's see if he's going to be that middle relief guy, because I think he can be our Phil Hughes of 2009. But I wanted to address something that Yankee fans, and I keep hearing the murmurs, I keep seeing the smoke, and where there's smoke, there's fire. And Yankee fans seem to be worried about none other than our captain, Aaron Judge. A lot of people are asking, is he in a slump? Is he having a rough year? Is he starting to do his decline now that he's 34? Will he ever be elite again? First, let's calm down. If it's anybody in the Yankees organization that deserves the benefit of the doubt, without a doubt, it's Aaron Judge. You know, Aaron Judge plays every single day. And what I think plays a factor into that, you got to remember, Aaron Judge broke into the major leagues at 25, 26 years of age. So he started his career late, and even with the late start, he's putting up some Hall of Fame historic offensive numbers. So I think in the back of Aaron Judge's mind is that he wants to take advantage of every single game and not leave a single game on the table. Not to mention, he's the captain of the team. He's the face of the New York Yankees, and the guy's work ethic is unmatched, and he's a consummate professional. And I believe in his heart, he has an old school mentality where he believes that everybody that buys a ticket at the stadium that signed up to see Aaron Judge that day deserves to see Aaron Judge. And you know what? In a generation of fake bucks and counterfeit bills, Aaron Judge is the real deal, but I think he needs to be saved from himself a little bit here. Aaron Judge needs time off. The guy is the size of Frankenstein, and he runs like a gazelle. He steals bases, and that's also another thing. Aaron, We don't need you stealing bases in the seventh inning with a 6-run lead. There's too much of a risk there, and you don't need to be moving around that much. The guy needs days off. And I understand with the injuries to Giancarlo Stanton, Jason Dominguez, it's a little thin in the outfield. But you need, as the Yankees organization, to save Aaron Judge from himself. Think about this. If Aaron Judge were to play 20 to 25 less games a year, how much more effective he would be. His body, his frame, it adds to the pressure, bro. I think his size of his foot is a 21-inch size foot. We got to get those dogs up on a couch and resting. That's why I've been saying for the last 4 years that Aaron Judge, just like Winfield later in his career and what they do with notorious home run hitters so they can preserve their bat, is let him play first base. And I understand Ben Rice is our first baseman now, but he can also catch. You're going to have to figure out a way for Aaron Judge as he gets older, later in his career. You're going to have to get him time off, and you're going to have to move him around that lineup, and he's going to have to get that first baseman's glove, because once Paul Goldschmidt moves away, Aaron Judge can be that right fielder, fifth-day first baseman, a DH, and get a day off and rest him. Do I think Aaron Judge is not elite anymore? Absolutely not. I think he's just having a rough year. Also, what can contribute to it is the fact that the rest of the league is adjusting to him. The guy hit 345 last year. You know, that's a pretty glaring statistic for a power hitter. Teams pay attention to that, and the Toronto Blue Jays kind of figured him out with that outside slider. So maybe the book got out on Aaron Judge, and he's having a hard time adjusting to the rest of the league's adjustment. Now, as far as the batting average is concerned, batting averages are down across the league, across the board. I don't know what's going on, but Aaron Judge is striking out more, and his bat speed looks slower. I will say that, and I will give you guys that. But you know what can solve that? A few days off. Also, Aaron Judge will be there. And another thing I've said is that I think that the Yankees will win a World Series when Aaron Judge is in the sunset of his career. I've always kind of gotten that vibe, kind of like Donnie Baseball with his retirement in 95, kicked off the dynasty and productive years after that. So I don't think you guys should be worrying about Aaron Judge. If he's still got 17 bombs, he's still putting up the numbers. If he's still hitting like this in August, I would start to worry. But the one thing is, let's just say this. Let's play positive for a second. Let's say Aaron Judge doesn't really hit his stride all year long. Finishes with 42 home runs, 100 ribbies, hits 250. What if he wakes up in October? What if his hottest time of the year is finally exactly when we need Aaron Judge, and that's in the playoffs? Because what goes up must come down. You can't suppress Aaron Judge for that long. Also, we're being a little crazy because I didn't even know this was an issue. I got comments on the videos asking about Aaron Judge. I've got DMs on Instagram, and then my father texted me today about Aaron Judge, so I thought I would address the subject. To be honest with you, for somebody who watches the Yankees like a mental patient, I didn't even know this was an issue. Like, when it comes to guys like Aaron Judge, it's like, listen, man, we got bigger fish to fry. And one of those fish on this team, and it seems like a moot point now because the game seems like it ended 6 days ago, but that Bermuda Triangle play from Trent Grisham and his nonchalant bullshit in the outfield, I am sick and tired of it. The dude freezes for 5 seconds, stares at it, tries to get style points, sees Volpe can't get it, starts running into the... That's your ball to begin with, Trent. And he wasn't trying to lock it in the sun. He was trying to be cool. He has senioritis. He acts nonchalant over there, and he tries to act like he Cadillacs it, just like the A's announcer. I was watching the A's broadcast. He says he Cadillacs it. No, he's an asshole, okay? Because his nonchalant antics in the outfield when he doesn't call people off balls puts people in danger of getting injured. Listen, Cody Bellinger is playing a gold glove left field, and I don't want Aaron Judge to get hurt because of asshole in center field. I am done with his lackadaisical, lethargic ways in center field, bro. Really, it's getting old. And everyone needs to change the narrative on Trent Grisham that he's a gold glove caliber center fielder. Bro, he won a gold glove like 4 years ago. All right? Like, we need to get over this. He's the 24th best center fielder defensively in all of baseball. So get the fact out of your head that he's a good center fielder and that he's a good defensive center fielder, because he's not. And if this game, if they didn't have the third inning that they would have, this would have been a big pressing issue for the Yankees today, because Trent Grisham did this again a week ago. He let the ball drop in between them because he was being a nonchalant doucher in the outfield. What do you feel about Trent Grisham and that play in the Bermuda Triangle today? Because I can't stand it. I can't stand hot dogs to begin with, and if you're not going to run, the guy runs like he has shit in his pants and spackle buckets on his feet to begin with, and he looks like Albert Einstein, Reggie Jackson had an illegitimate child, but I'm over this. Not only is his offensive production not there, if he starts lacking on defense, which he has been, he's been in a decline. I mean, listen, I don't want to waste any more breath on it, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, side note, Escara said a report at a Yankee, and Michael Kay came up with this report in his infinite wisdom, said he was talking to Escara in the locker room, and Escara suggested that he picks up a bat right-handed because he does everything else in his life right-handed, and that he's going to start switch hitting, right? So I would think that, yeah, that's a great thing, yeah. But you can't hit left-handed. So now you're going to try to start swinging with the hand that you don't use at all? I mean, it's like you're swinging with a bat that you don't know how to use. Let's not complicate things, shall we? He's never tried right-handed batting in his whole career, and now he's going to try it at the major league level? Dude, you can't handle the left side of the plate. Does this make any sense? And Michael Kay is like running to the microphone like this is a get. This is a good report. The guy can't hit lefty. He was an Uber driver a year and a half ago. Why don't you just triple down on the left-handed bat? Also, I'm still really starting to thaw about Gary Sanchez, Yankee reunion. You guys really liked that in the comments last night in the video, but I think Gary Sanchez might be the guy for a 3-month rental. Put a little pop in this bad boy, because I can't watch Austin Wells and Escara try to play catcher anymore. The end of the game, glaring. We got Bednar again. I mean, how long are we going to let this guy continue to be the closer of this team? He has an ERA of 4. Opponent's batting average against him is 300. The first thing he does is put a man on base today. I do not trust him in a big spot. I think he should be the 7th inning guy at best. Bednar comes out. He pitches the most pitches out of any bullpen arm that we have. I trust him the least next to Duval. He always has to put somebody on base, and I think he's completely lost it. His stuff is not overpowering. He throws like 96. He tries to induce ground balls. That's why Clay Holmes is a starting pitcher now and not a closer for the Yankees or the Mets, because he threw too many ground balls, and that's why I keep making the comparison of him and Clay Holmes. Loves to put guys on base, needs contact to get outs, and his stuff is not dominant enough, man. Hey, listen, everyone says he's got ice in his veins. I like his demeanor. That's great. He's not an effective closer. The Yankees starting pitching has been good enough for the Yankees to get away with not actually having a closer. But mark my words, on May 31st, on the eve of the Boone June swoon, we don't have a closer. We don't have an 8th inning guy. They're going to have to start getting guys from the farm system. They're going to have to start adding arms, because teams like the Tigers, you're going to have to start knocking on their door and start getting bullpen arms before everybody else tries it. Because with all this parity in the American League, it seems like nobody's going to be sellers at the trade deadline, because everyone's going to have a chance to be in it. the Houston Astros, the Detroit Tigers. Pick their bones like a vulture and get whatever arms you can out of the bullpen because the Yankees are going to need it. We need LeGranha okay, so I wanted to mention that too. LeGranha. People are saying bring up LeGranha. I agree. Bring him up. He obviously has the stuff. But hold on. The Yankees don't want to bring him up in June. So the rest of the league can see him for 4 months and the rest of the season, get the book out on him and see what he has. The Yankees want to keep this guy like the man in the iron mask, all right? They want to keep him up in the tower so nobody sees him like Dylan Betances when he used to pitch in high school in Brooklyn. They used to bring him out of the gymnasium like he was Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam. You got to keep LeGranha away from the rest of the team so they can't keep an eye on him. Think about this. You bring a guy up late August like LeGranha. He's got an electric stuff. You give him a month to get ready from the major leagues, to get used to the major league level. Then you go into the postseason where teams haven't seen this guy yet, and now he's throwing 102 late in games because the Yankees are going to have to move Will Warren. But this is the thing, man. Will Warren's got 7 wins right now. How does that make sense to move him into the bullpen? I keep saying Aaron Small just to make my head wrap around it. Remember, Aaron Small went 12-1, and they still moved him into the bullpen to help with the playoff rush. But so this is the biggest pressing issues that the New York Yankees have right now. Aaron Judge, is he elite? Is he getting old? I think he just needs some time off. The Yankees don't have a closer. Trent Grisham is subpar at best. The Yankees need to upgrade at the catcher position with the right-handed bat, and it's not going to be Escara because he can't even figure out left-handed. All right? So the New York Yankees are looking good. They're only a game and a half out of first place right now, and the New York Yankees have corrected themselves. It wasn't a pretty series. They win the rubber match, and the A's are no pushovers. They can bop with the best of them. And now the Yankees are going to be taking on the Cleveland Guardians, the third best team in all of American League. And that's not saying a lot. You got Cam Schlittler going for the Yankees, and you got Joey Cantillo going for the Cleveland Guardians. And that is going to be on June 2nd, guys. June 2nd will be the game. They're going to have the day off tomorrow, rightfully so. They're traveling a lot, and it's good. Get Aaron Judge a day off. Get Paul Goldschmidt, who has been red hot, a day off. It's sad to see Ben Rice have to get a day off because he's been red hot. But you know what's been red hot? The New York Minute merch store. That's the beautiful blue line underneath the video. Don't forget to go visit that, guys. All the T-shirts you see during the show are made in the USA, just like yours truly. Also, put in New York Minute Sports anywhere in that smoke wagon you call the information superhighway, and you can find this face, this show, the podcast, and also Instagram, NEWYRKMIN. Also, have you become a New York nut yet? We got memberships for the New York Minute Sports Show, guys. We got exclusive contents with the Monday Baseball Show with Mike from Pudgy Boy Sports, and next Wednesday starting our New York Nuts show. Also, live streams, live interactive streams. I'm going to be going live during baseball games, doing a little play-by-play like I was doing for the World Baseball Classics. So don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Become a New York nut. What can you get for $1.99 a month anymore, guys? Absolutely nothing. And we're giving you a good quality product. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Good night, Canada. Ooh, that was a rough one against the Orioles. Bye.
That's your boy.
So
He said he was.
Goodbye. That's my boy.